Rasmus Nilsson was sitting at his desk, alone, browsing Wikipedia.
I finally found a way to poison the whole school,
he said, and laughed hysterically. But instead of making up a death plan, he found something much more interesting.
Rasmus, who's that guy?
Meanwhile, in another part of the school, another Rasmus also sat and looked at his computer screen.
I am so bored. Aren't there anything to do? What's this?
Rasmus asked his computer.
The most easiest yet not widely spoken international language.
The computer answered.
This is amazing!
In another part of the school, William, another of Rasmus and Rasmus's friend, was doing something amazing. We'll come back to him.
The story of New Ladonia.
While browsing the interwebs, Rasmus Nilsson found a Wikipedia page dedicated to a micronation with the name of Ladonia, claimed by Lars Wilks in 1996. He was very inspired by this idea and approached his friend Rasmus Hermansson. The first discussion about this now legendary land was held at Sofforna in media. Rasmus, Jessica and Emma talked for hours about what they would do if they had taken over Ladonia and claimed it as their own. Plans began to be made. Rasmus Nilsson wanted to take over Ladonia by either marrying or killing the queen, Caroline I. But Rasmus Hermansson understood that this plan was too grand for any of them. But he had a better idea. Why would they take over another nation when it's just as easy to create their own? It was decided. They would create their own country with their own laws, governments, kings, queens and more. They called it New Ladonia in honor to the nation they were once inspired by. Rasmus took the role as dictator, while the other Rasmus took the role as king. There was a lot of things they had to work out. What religion would they practice? What sports would they play? And most important, what language would they speak? That's when King Rasmus I came with the idea to make the language Esperanto their official language. They would be the first nation to have Esperanto as one of their official languages. It was decided. The population grew from just 4 to 18 in just under a month, and they still haven't decided what area they would claim as their homeland. They sat at their usual table in the cafeteria.
We have to decide where we want to settle.
I still want to go to Skåne and burn down Nims in the real red Ladonia.
No, we can't do that. I'll call Vilja. He probably knows what to do.
Hello?
Hi, where are you?
I'm in one of the bathrooms in media and I'm kinda busy at the moment.
Wait, are you still having sex? That last scene you were in took place like a month ago.
What?
Never mind. You have to come here, we need your help.
Okay, where should I go?
To, what should I call this place?
Tell him to come to the place where we always talk about New Ladonia.
Come to New Ladonia.
does that even mean?
And that's the story. The story of how New Ladonia was founded. Adieu, and thanks for your time.